What's up, YouTube? What's up,
Hey
fellow
guys.
Cryptonairz? How is everyone? You guys, it is Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my
No,
God.
it's Thursday.
Y'all know how it is in this NFT crypto Web3 space. Time just does not flow like it does in the regular world. But we're glad to be here again with you on this Thursday for another episode of Around the Clock. So much has happened today, you guys.
Oh, it's been a day.
It's been a day. So we're going to try to fit this stuff in because we have a wonderful AMA coming up directly after that. Um, and it's going to be our team with the CEO of the Ficus DAO.
Yes.
So I definitely want you guys to tune in for that and watch and learn, because this channel is all about assisting and supporting you in making your gains. We're not financial advisors, but we're just sharing with you what our journey is. We do have a Discord, guys, that drops alpha every day. So if you can't make the shows, or you don't can't hang out for the AMAs, you can get in that Discord and you can get this knowledge all the time. Every day, all day long. There's some wonderful people in there. You can join at cryptonairz.com. Use that code that you see flowing down below you in the banner there, NAIR25, for 25% off of any level subscription for the life of that subscription, you guys. This is a limited time offer. So just want to put that out there.
Before we get started, can I
Mhm.
say the news?
Sure.
Um, I would just like to say that today, Constitution Dow actually won the Constitution, everyone. I might even cry because, like, seriously, how did a bunch of random people on the internet contribute a bunch of ETH and won the freaking Constitution? It is Crypto is real and it can do real things. And if anyone tells you it's a scam, maybe they're scammers here, but whatever. Um, it does real things, and now there's proof. People can see. You can buy real things, really important documents. This was a record auction for Sotheby's on a document. Nothing has ever gone for this price, and regular people like me and Corey and you just won the Constitution.
You
I
guys, this is
can't even believe it.
the
I
power
cannot.
of Web3.
I
This is the
can't believe it.
power of Web3. And this is what we're talking about. Web3, crypto, NFTs, this next iteration, this next wave that's incoming, this new digital asset class, this has the power to change lives. This puts the power back in the hands of the people, and that's why the governments are doing what they're doing. That's why so many people are afraid and, creating all this FUD around this industry. So, it works. It definitely works. And to me, people winning that today, and it truly was the people, because I heard the team gave up anything at all, or any kind of profits from it. The people winning this today is truly what the Constitution was intended to
Yes.
be.
Yes.
That is the dream and the intent actually realized. That's not America the experiment. That's America the experiment being a success. So I feel you right there. And again, that's amazing. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm happy for all of you if you guys had a part in that. If you didn't know about it, you would have if you were in our Discord or paying attention to this show.
Even if you're
So,
not a part of it, like
yeah, we
it's
had the show. The show
you are
definitely told you.
even if you weren't a part of it, you're still a part of it. You're here, you're in this space, and because you exist in this space, the Constitution DAO was able to do their thing. They were
That's
able to organize
100% right.
since like Friday of last week. 5 days, this all came together in 5 days, $42 million later, and now they have the Constitution.
Amazing, amazing things happen in this space. Some of them not so great, but when they're incredible, they
They
really are
are
incredible.
incredible.
So let's talk about something possibly not so incredible, you guys. We're going to try to move through today so we can get to that AMA that's right after this show.
Yeah.
And that's looking at the markets. Let me just refresh for the latest and greatest. Bitcoin at one point today, dipping down below at at 55,000. It's at 57,300 now. Ethereum also taking a huge dip. $4,093.54. You guys see the red in the double digits there? No need to report. That's what it is for now. 540 for Binance Coin in the number 3 spot. Solana at number 5 at $200.88. Cardano in the number 6 spot, $1.80. XRP at over $1.05. Let's take a look at Strong. It's probably a real good time to get in on those Strong nodes. If you've been looking for an entry point to do it, Strong at 674, actually up a 1.8% for the day. But yeah, we were looking at Strong at $1,200 not even 2 weeks ago, guys. So make sure that if you're interested in starting a node, you can join our Discord. There's plenty of people in there that can help you out with how to do that. But great entry point right now for Strong. And I have to take a look at Heck because that is a recent DAO. The Hector DAO that people in our Discord have also been looking at, or actually a part of. It's at 192.45. It has dipped down 18%, but when they started, you guys, this was at $30. So still a great opportunity there in terms of entry points. And again, it's great entry points. A lot of stuff on sale if you want to, get in there and buy the dip. Not financial advice, just saying. And Cecil, shout out to you. Thank you. Shout out to Florida Girl, Woody Allen, I Big Dallas, Jennifer. We love you guys. Hey, Mike Jackson. And he's like, yes, it is node compound time. Indeed it is. We know what time it is. I don't know. Should we start with this scandal, this NFT scandal news, or we want to save that for toward the end?
I feel like if we start with that, then we're not getting to the rest of it.
I feel like you're right. Okay, so let's look real quickly at what's happening with in the U.S. Congress, with some people presenting a bipartisan effort to try to do some damage control on the law that was just signed into existence, that was slipped into the bipartisan infrastructure bill. So lawmakers introduced bipartisan bill to address the crypto tax reporting requirement. I was happy to hear that this was a bipartisan effort. Really, really happy about that. And it's called the Keep Innovation in America Act. And that's going to define that term they put in there that was very broad, saying brokers. So it's going to define what a broker actually is, newly bound to the tax reporting rules, so that software developers without necessary customer information to report don't get caught up. Trade groups that represent the cryptocurrency industry warned of the uncertainty that new tax reporting requirement could cause. So I'm trying to see, it was the Keep Innovation in America Act was led by Patrick McHenry, Republican in North Carolina, Tim Ryan, Democrat of Ohio. So it would do that for us, which we definitely needed to do. The lawmakers attempted to include a fix to the perceived issue, but that amendment was blocked, as you guys may remember, early on by Senator Richard Shelby from Alabama.
Who, by the way, is over 80 years old. Just, we need to be reminded of that fact. We need term limits.
Yeah. So we don't know if this is going to succeed. We know that there's been a lot of several other people, Ted Cruz, Cynthia Loomis, also presented a similar legislation to try to block this, but it says the legislation is supposed to protect innovation in the United States, strengthen the status of this nation as a leader in blockchain technology, which it certainly will do if they don't kill it. And she added that it takes a necessary step to protect consumer privacy by undoing a potentially very intrusive part of the infrastructure bill that threatens to treat crypto users like criminals. And we reported on that here last week. And force crypto to share private information to engage in routine transactions. So, it's not like when you go to the bank and you go up to the counter, somebody's asking you for your social security number. So to me, that's like the equivalent of what they're asking people to do. Like, you just don't give a random teller your social security number. You know, you might, if you're over the phone for verification, give like the last four digits, but they're asking for like the full Monty here. And that's with
Yeah.
anybody that you're doing a transaction with that could be over $10,000. And that does not mean in just one transaction. If that transaction is several transactions, but it equals to $10,000, then that reporting requirement is there. And it comes with a felony charge if you don't observe it. So kudos to these representatives who came forward with this. We will keep you guys posted on, you know, how is going and what is happening in terms of, like, you know, is this going to fly? There's a lot of, you know, cryptocurrency lobbyists working on this as well.
I did read an outstanding thread today by Jake Chervinsky, who is a lawyer and head of policy at the Blockchain Association, excuse me. Um, he went into detail about all of the bills that have been issued at this point, including Senator Loomis and Senator Cruz. He
Mhm.
said specifically, Senator Cruz is just DOA. Nothing will ever, it will never go anywhere. But the real winner is the one you just described. He thinks that this is the one that we've been waiting for, and fingers crossed that it really get that it gets through. It is bipartisan, as you mentioned, and I think that's going to be a key component to getting this passed. He does say that it's not going to be easy, but he thinks that we could do
We can do it. So everybody continue
it.
to put the pressure on, continue to make your calls, write your letters, whatever it is that you're doing to contribute to this, this amazing opportunity of our lifetimes that can change the lifetimes of our children and grandchildren. It has the possibility to do this, and don't
For sure.
allow them to take that from us. So it's so, so important. The next thing we'll talk about is, you know, and this is some of the reason why, you know, people in that space see this as some kind of shadowy situation that needs them to step in and protect investors. And you guys, I'm so sorry. I freaking closed the article out. Let me pull it up really quickly. I got like a million tabs open, so sorry about
As
that.
we always do.
As we always do. Good gosh. But this particular one was about a teenager. And here it is. Let me just bring
Teenagers are
that
getting
up.
smarter and smarter, guys.
You guys, I live near Prince George's County, and there is a 11-year-old that shut down the county website for school because he didn't want to do work. Needless to say, they should give the kid a job, because if he's 11 and he can actually do that, good Lord.
Right?
But yes, these teenagers and kids are getting smarter and smarter. This is the digital age, and they are all in. So not a surprise here. I found the article. Let me pull it up for you guys. So this teen was accused of basically getting away with $36.5 million in crypto, but because he's still a teenager, he wasn't smart enough to cover his tracks. He used some of it to buy a rare gaming username, and that's how the police tracked this teenager down. He was a Canadian teen. Um, the funds that he used and how they tracked tracked him down was, you know, after he stole the cryptocurrency, then he went on, and everything is transparent on the blockchain. What he did was, he said, he SIM swapped somebody's phone, and that's how he got hold of this. Don't even know who in the heck would have $36 million on a phone accessible to anyone, but they did. And so, yes, this teenager's case of alleged possession of property or proceeds from the property is being handled in the court system. Because he's a minor, you know, he may not do any jail time, but he's certainly going to have some hefty penalties. I don't know how they handle things in Canada, maybe a bit different, but it's just so funny that after he got away with it and was literally like untraceable, then he does something to dox himself. And this is why, you know, regulators are looking and be like, these people
Kids will
need
be kids.
protecting. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, that is the teenage hack, $36.5 million. And hopefully that person whose phone was vulnerable to a SIM swap will do something different, because my gosh, that was completely, I know they panicked like heck, and I hope they were
Oh
able to
yeah.
get the money back. This is something new on NFTs, you guys, in case you were wondering just how much OpenSea is actually worth. A report came out today, and forgive me, you guys. It's like I said, it's been a day, and we've been real busy in our Discord today. I'm just like, ah. But yes, OpenSea Marketplace was presented, you guys, with a $10 billion valuation, and this was literally from basically what happened this summer. So the report claims that OpenSea was offered a $10 billion valuation in the first week of November. Their sales surpassed $10 billion in all-time sale. Just wrap your mind around how much money that is. Not million, not 10 million, but 10
10
billion.
billion.
Yes, and their all-time sales actually equated to $11.11 billion as of today. So now if they do choose to go public, there's a lot of people like clamoring to help them to fundraise to get to the next level. They had a round in which they have actually raised in July $100 million that was led by Andreessen Horowitz. You guys know that name, very well-known investor in the space. And yes, the Series B round propelled the company to unicorn status. So if they do go public, I guess y'all should be looking for that Nasdaq ticker and find out what it was, and hopefully they don't tank like Coinbase did.
It
If I do,
will.
of course it will. But I learned a lesson from my Coinbase investment. I learned I'm not going to go in that heavy this time. But yes, that is what is happening, you guys.
I mean, I'm wondering, will they have an airdrop? What? There's been rumors that it's already it's already disclosed that there will be an airdrop to current investors. Of course, that's just rumor, and
You
it's a
didn't hear
rumor
it
we
from
would
me.
all like. It's no, I saw it on Twitter.
I'm just
It's a
joking.
rumor that we would all enjoy. We're all using OpenSea for one thing or another. I would be very happy with an airdrop because I seem to miss most of the major airdrops. Um, but but if this legislation doesn't get fixed, I do wonder, like, if this, let's just say OpenSea does do an airdrop, are they going to exclude Americans because of, um, as of now, what we're staring at in going to effect in like 2023, I think, or 2024, when you actually pay the taxes, but starting in 2023. Uh, I don't know. I do worry. I try not to think about it much. But I know there's that warning on 1inch. Corey, 1inch is one of your favorite sites that you use. That Americans are not supposed to be using anymore. You cannot stake on 1inch any longer if you are an American. Um, so will other sites follow their lead in preparation for further regulation? I'm not sure. Just to try to stay ahead of it. But
I
I
think
really,
they're gonna get the money while they can, and they'll wait until the absolute last minute when they see the hammer fall before they decide to close race and be like, I'm not. We gonna gate these Americans off.
yeah. I really hope that OpenSea does have an airdrop though, because I think that I'll be getting quite a hefty one. If and I know you will too,
Heck
Corey.
yeah. It's ridiculous. We're gonna talk a little bit about this NFT fever and all of that good stuff in just a minute. Um, this next one actually talks about we mentioned here last night on the show that crypto.com was buying Staples Center, or literally they had agreed or had an agreement with Staples Center in Cali to change the name to crypto.com. And we talked about, that had part of the reason, was a big reason why the price of Crow was soaring so high yesterday. So apparently they have some people that object to this And the name crypto being there because there's a group of friendly nerds, I'll call them. They're cryptographer, and if you know that cryptographer is like crypto's the first word there on the word cryptographer. So they're saying to them that, you guys can't use that name because Webster says that cryptography means the computerized encoding and decoding of information. It doesn't have anything to do with cryptocurrency. So there's literally like this fight, which they will lose and have lost before. When crypto.com got their name, this same group tried to stop it and wasn't able to do so. So,
But they think this
yeah.
time's going to be different.
Yeah. So here's one of them on Twitter wearing her shirt, "Crypto means cryptography." And she says, "Yes, I do have a picture of myself in one of my favorite tees." She's cute, but she ain't gonna win this. They're not. But I just thought that was cute that they are actually, trying to preserve the integrity of cryptographers everywhere. Shout out to you if you are one of them. Oh my God.
Okay. So let's get to this NFT stuff.
Yeah. You want me to bring up the Twitter feed?
Sure.
So while Allie starts to talk about what happened, I'm going to be bringing up this feed, guys.
Wow, I was, oh boy. I was also very busy today, so I do not know all the details of this. I do know the gist. So we have our chick, who formerly known as our chick, she now goes by Punk2476. That was perfect timing, Corey.
Yep.
Yeah, and she even says herself, the influencer formerly known as our chick. She is a controversial figure in the NFT space to begin with. People really don't like her or they really like her. There is no real in between. Um, she has caused arguments with project funders, accused them of harassment, blown up servers, um, with drama. She's had some mental health issues. She said she's had to take mental health breaks before. And I'll give her this. We all know social media 24 hours a day in our face, like it's draining. It really is, especially if you have like 100,000 people following you and tweeting you every day. I cannot imagine what those notifications are like. It would probably give me anxiety as well. She's also been connected to a few scams. Last week,
More than a few.
yeah, and I'm not going to go through all of them because it's just too time consuming. But last week, she dropped an influencer token in a futile attempt to diffuse, in my opinion, um, the whole influencer marketing, paid influencer thing that's happening in crypto and specifically in her case in NFTs. So we have these influencers that start tweeting about projects, hop in the Discord, when in reality they're just being paid to be there. The NFTs are being sent to them. They are advisors on projects, and they are getting a percentage of the proceeds of the sales, the initial sales. There's all sorts of ways that influencers are being compensated for their time and their tweets.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so she decided that she was going to change things up and create a token, an influencer token. I mean, I think that's what she actually called it. And the point of this token was you buy a whole bunch, whoever stakes the most, she will look at their project, and there's no guarantee that she will talk about the project. But if she likes the project, she'll talk about it, and she will also disclose that X amount of Punk, whatever her name is, coins will be burned in this after this tweet, and making the project deflationary, and also attempting to give herself some sort of credibility in the space because we just said she's been attached to other scams. Let's just say that that went very, very poorly. It ended up exploding, blowing in her face. Contract wasn't great. There were errors in the contract. pricing was messed up. Some people ended up selling these things for like 0.004 ETH, probably even cheaper than that. Now we're going to move along to someone named T-Moss. T-Moss also has a reputation in this space, but his reputation is slightly different. It's kind of like, do you guys know KSI Crypto? Whatever this guy says is exactly the opposite will happen. Like he tells you, that's it, the market's going to tank. And then
It goes
without
up.
fail, it goes up. He says that the bottom is in, it goes up. He says that the top is in, it goes down. It's almost comical at this point. And now I think it's more of a joke, and everyone laughs at it, whatever. I guess the TMOS, it's the same scenario. He FUDs projects a lot, but when he FUDs the project, the value of the floor moves up. So he decided that he would create a FUD token with some very coincidental I don't want to call them traits because they're not traits, but qualities with some similarities to what Archik was doing. And then it turns out after contract examination that Archik was gaining a large chunk of the proceeds of this. Yesterday, this guy, T-Moss, built up hype about this token all day long, saying you might want to have notifications turned on for me and you don't want to miss this. My next tweet is going to be a drop. Make sure you have those notifications on. And then he drops his token like it's time or something like that. And then the token drops. Then out of nowhere comes Artchick tweeting. I think I saw the tweet yesterday, and maybe you can find it, Corey. I don't know, because there's like a whole mess on her Twitter feed. But it also says something like, I'm going to run home and I wasn't going to be on Twitter today a lot. I'm going to run home and I'm going to go mint this TMOS token. Okay.
Wow.
She didn't say it was paid for. She didn't say anything. And people bought that because, like I said, you either love her or hate her. And every day she's getting a lot of new followers. So there's new people that don't know about all the scams that she's already associated with that she gets away with every single time, by the way. And then today, the whole freaking thing rugs, right? The contract is drained.
But it says here that she or now maybe he sent 63 ETH to themselves. So the fan base basically got taken, but they Archik made sure that he or she got paid 63 ETH. You guys.
Yeah. Now there's a whole bunch of denial going on about this, and turns out Artchick did. Okay, I think that this came out. There was speculation that she was connected to it, and then someone leaked some DMs between Tomas. Well, I don't want to say Tomas, T-Moss, and Artchick. I want to try to get those up, Corey. If you want to take it from here just for a second.
Yeah, you guys. So the problem was that apparently people started to question Artchick's sexuality, whether or not she was indeed really a woman. We know this has happened in the NFT space before with 3 Russian guys pretending to be women to try to profit off of an NFT or several NFT drops. So they're thinking that this may be right along the same veins. So yes, people started going back, looking at old Twitter posts, going back into blogs of hers where that she or he, not sure, used to run an old blog. So this is the picture.
Yeah,
people are circulating.
That blog is down now, by the way.
Yes, the blog is down, saying that this is the Artchick. So you can see that's very much not a woman or a chick, is the case may be. But yes, this is blown up. And, as Allie is looking for that, this just goes to what we want to talk about with this. And that is, and we have talked about this on the show repeatedly. I know we sound like a broken record, not depending on influencers for your investment or speculation choices, doing your own research and how important it is. Hey, Sean. It is so important, you guys, because just because they have 100,000 followers, and it's not to say that there aren't some very bright, extremely knowledgeable people out there that can give you some guidance or point you in the right direction. But you have to know that if you're an influencer that has this kind of a following, that there is a reason they're doing this. And some of them really care about the community, and a lot of them really don't. They just care about pumping their bags, and they will use their followers to do that. So,
Um, okay, so also she has approached Shamdu, who's like the 16-year-old genius collector. He has his own collection. It's a DAO. Is that called Head DAO? I'm sorry, I've had a
yeah,
really long day,
head
so
down. And
yeah.
Cecil, I
Um,
see you in the chat. I know you know about it.
uh, approached him on November 9th, saying, "I appreciate your support yesterday. I agree with your tweet how it's a good idea and can work with a lower price point. If you ever want to release a coin like this in the future, I have the code done for the staking contract already, and I'd be happy to help you set it up." Then someone else named Schways.eth, they call me Schways, can confirm that there were other conversations. He had a conversation with T Moss where T Moss said, "Let me tell you what happened. I did absolutely nothing. Archit came to me with the idea and team. I said okay, and here we are." This is it. This is very bad for the space. This is the kind of stuff that causes people to say that NFTs are scams. It's money laundering. It's tax evasion. The complete opposite of what happened with Constitution DAO today. Constitution DAO is not an NFT. I'm just using like a really positive thing that happened in crypto. And then we have this total nightmare and this scammer who gets away with scamming over and over and over again. Now, I will say she fooled me as well because I thought recently she had turned a new leaf and I don't know if it's a she or not. I have no idea. She was trying to tweet more positivity into this space and only give back to the community, constantly giving away NFTs to random people, and trying to lift other people up. We see what happened with Fatales. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Fatales. I'm not really sure. Um, yeah, there. This
She's
just really
taken a
rubs
lot
me the
she's
wrong
taken a
way
lot of
here.
money from people. She's gamed a whole lot of people.
And every
Um,
time she gets away with it.
yeah, because people, again, and as human beings, we like to have somebody tell us what to do. We like, and there's nothing wrong with a good leader. Good leaders are great, but good leaders
Mhm.
teach you to think for yourself. If they're not doing that, if they're not educating you along with informing you, they shouldn't be telling you what to do. They should be pointing the way. They should be giving guidance. They should be encouraging you to do your own research. They should not be pumping their own bags, because again, this is what makes regulators look at this space and say, "Aha, we knew it was all a scam." And so, yes, this is very bad for the space because of this influencer. It's an insult if it's true that she is not a woman. I because you take advantage of a marginalized part of society, and you're building on their backs. And I'm just really sick of seeing this kind of thing in the space. I'm sick of what it does to people who may have lost because that project rugged, and they'll never come back to crypto or NFTs because that they've had this really horrible experience. Um, and it's just a bad look for art and artists. This person probably doesn't is not even an artist. They're probably just a speculator in the space. They probably haven't created anything of their own. They probably hired everybody that they're working with, or outsourced all of those people, and probably taken advantage of them too. So it is so important in this space, and we're always talking about that on this channel. NFT crypto winter, NFT crypto winter possibly coming, because what goes up eventually is going to come down, and you got to be ready for that. You have to have your exit strategy in place. You cannot be listening to these celebrities and YouTube and Twitter influencers, letting them tell you what to do with your money. And if you're too intellectually lazy to, think for yourself, or you don't want to think for yourself, you're going to get wrecked. It's a matter of time. You might get lucky, but eventually you're gonna get wrecked. So, I'm very disappointed to hear this, because we know about the potential in this space. We know about the innovativeness, the creativity, what is possible for NFTs. We talked about that a lot here last night on last night's show. But this nonsense is what turns people away and turns people off.
Um, she actually tweeted earlier this afternoon, while many of my friends are still supporting me, I can clearly see that I'm canceled. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because I
Nah,
tried my
63
best
ETH
with my
later.
projects. I'm sorry for folks that lost money betting on me. And yes, I am a woman and I killed it while I was here. I'll leave now. Goodbye.
You killed something, all right, but not it. When you were there, what you did was kill your credibility and people's faith, a lot of people's faith in this space. And so that is the damage that can be done if you're not, you know, again, looking toward educating yourself and doing your own research. And just because everybody's jumping on the bandwagon does not mean that's the bandwagon you need to be jumping on. It's sad. And you have to know, just if you do something, um just think in the back of your mind, what are the people who are telling you this information, what do they have to gain? If that person's transparent with the fact that, you know what, this is sponsored, this is a partnership, and this basically, I'm doing this in partnership and as a sponsorship. If they're fully transparent throughout the process and you understand that, if they're doing it because they believe in the project and what the project is going to bring to the space, rather than just pumping bags or looking for a quick ETH, you're a lot of us are in trouble, because unfortunately that's probably about 80% of what's going on out here. And it's really sad. It's really sad, and I feel like it takes advantage of women, especially. I feel like it really takes advantage of people of color, and because those are the people that are out here, mostly when you look at the statistics, people of color are into crypto more so in greater numbers than their counterparts, but they also have the most to lose and they're the most vulnerable. And that's something that you need to really think about. That's why we say do your plan. What is your financial situation, and taking that into account, and not thinking that you're going to put everything, your life savings, into a project and it's going to 10x. That could happen, but more likely is you're going to lose your money and you're going to get wrecked. So
Yeah,
want to stress
it
that.
is. Also, is this a man or a woman? I really don't know. There's also some, if you go to her actual page, there is in media, she posted a video. Well, she posted it, but is it her or not? It's a video of her saying Zach XBT, who really does the good work out here, um, when looking at influencer accounts. But she calls him out and then flips him off and says "F you." Um,
Several people dared her to come on their Twitter Spaces and dox
yeah,
herself,
and why didn't and she wouldn't show
and
up?
she wouldn't.
Why?
Yeah, so if
Like,
you
if
got
this is
nothing to
legit
hide,
you,
right? So I'm more inclined to believe that this is an imposter. It is not a woman. It is a speculator and a shoot. I don't know. I don't have a word that's not a curse one to say what this person is, but this kind of behavior, we can't tolerate it as a community, and I'm really happy that the community did call her out on this behavior and say, that this is not going to fly. So thank God for those who weren't, had stars in their eyes and who weren't caught up. If you're an artist, this is your time to shine, but this is not the way to do it, because these people are just there to take advantage of your creativity.
yeah,
There are
they do
other
not
tribes
care.
and places you can go.
She does not care about her followers. That's
Hell no.
100% sure. You
Mm-mm.
can see on this tweet, here's at least one, two, three, four. Four of the scams she's been associated with, and that's not even all of them, by the way. So, yeah. just be careful out there. We've had many conversations about blindly following, like Corey said, blindly following influencers. It's probably only going to lead to getting you wrecked. Sure, it might work out sometimes, but do your own research. We're always talking about that here. And don't forget, I say this all the time, don't forget to use a burner wallet. Please use a burner wallet. I've seen too many stories lately about people being in a rush, connecting quickly, and then that's
Having
it.
their whole life
Then
savings
there's a drain
drained away.
function, and yeah. Don't keep everything in one account either. Split your stuff up in case, God forbid, you didn't use a burner wallet and you don't have everything in one wallet. You only lose what's in that one.
Yep, and you have the right to ask if you're a follower or a person who's investing in a
100%.
project, is this sponsored? Who's behind it? You know, this is going to lead to people wanting more teams to be doxxed. I'm serious because stuff like this is just it's a freaking shame. It's crazy. I'm absolutely just I was so hurt by this today because I know how many other people were hurt. And I know that a lot of those people were probably women because she was representing herself as a woman. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And they got wrecked. And it just makes me so angry. I just I don't even
I
have
would like
words for
to
this,
see the
man.
stats on her followers, the analytics, like what is the percentage of female to male followers. I know I followed her because she was a successful collector, female collector, thinking um, maybe she's a good person and I could learn some stuff. But oh, I did learn some stuff.
You did learn some stuff. So yes, you know, be a free thinker. I mean, my God, this society, I know from the time that we are born till the time that we die, we're taught to be good followers. You know, go out there, be good in school. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Do what you're told and you know, always look to other people to tell you what to do. And, you know, maybe it's the Capricorn in me, but I just always thought, and I was always, you know, called a rebel and whatever. I didn't call it a rebel. I just believe I'm a free thinker. Um, I'm a free thinker. I think for myself. And I encourage all of you to do that, especially in this space, because if you don't, there's so many people out there waiting to take your money, waiting to part you from your hard-earned
Yeah,
ETH. Um, and we all know the whole purpose that all of us are here is to get these gains. And I'm not giving mine to somebody else on purpose because they are representing themselves as something that they absolutely are not. And they're looking to get in. The first sign is that selfishness. If somebody's trying to uplift the community, there's a lot of influencers that have large followings that I absolutely believe are those kinds of people, and they bring to the space and they contribute to the space. But there's far too many that are out here just pumping their own bags, and they don't care if you get wrecked. It's pump and dump. That's what they do, and they do it over and over and over again. I see it on YouTube all the time. I don't have to call names because you guys can recognize them if you truly pay attention who they are. You know who many of you know who they are. I
yeah,
see them on Twitter. They're everywhere. So if they're not uplifting the space and they're not really concerned about their community, and you can see the signs are there. I'm sure the signs were there for our chick. Look at all the freaking scams she was involved in, and people still put money behind her. So that's called being a follower. Don't be a follower in this space. Don't be a follower in this space. Not a goodie, not a good look.
yeah.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Just wanted to share this announcement with you guys, and we're gonna wrap it up early because I know we got an AMA coming up right after
That we
this.
are all looking forward to watching.
Most definitely. The 1 inch foundation, if you do still use 1 inch, and you can still use 1 inch with VPNs, is doing a Black Friday week special where they're basically refunding your gas fees. I had to share this because I'm always trying to save money for gas fees. And this is not for people who have 1 inch staked, which is also another way to save for gas fees. This is only for people who are they're trying to get to new customers to or if you do not have 1 inch stakes from November the 22nd to the 26th is Black Friday week, and you will receive a refund on your gas fees. um, And there also is a contest. 500,000 1-inch tokens are going to be distributed among users making at least one swap via 1-inch between November 22nd and 26th. So if you've never used it, it's very user friendly. I love their user interface. It's so easy to use. I love easy to use. You can get that, the possibility of winning some of that 1-inch token distribution, and then refunds are gonna come in the form of 5,000 vouchers with a value of 100 1-inch each. Um, so yes, and they will be determined randomly. So just from the 22nd to the 26th, if you're not using MetaMask to do your swaps, give 1-inch a try. And this is not sponsored. I just happen to personally like 1-inch. They ain't giving me nothing to say that. I will save that for tomorrow night because I want to share this aggregator that I found for you guys that is in beta testing called
Yes, we really
Genie.
need to hear about it.
So I know our
Saving.
time is like short tonight and everything, and I definitely want us to finish on time. Plus, we've had a really long day, and Allison's had a really long week.
Yeah.
So we're not going to chop it up too much tonight, but I think everybody who tuned in to listen, make sure that you stay tuned to this channel to watch what is coming up very shortly. If you're interested again in passive income plays, not financial advice, just guidance and people who are inviting you to follow along with their journey. And if you want to hear about how to do that, you can do that by joining our Discord, of course, using the Nair25 discount code for 25% off any subscription for the life of that subscription. Or you can definitely go back through this channel and check out those passive income play videos that we have
Yeah.
listed here. It's a wealth of free information at your fingertips. For sure, that if you want, you can get. And that's what I love about YouTube. Many of us, when we got into crypto, we got our crypto education at YouTube University.
Yeah.
So, take advantage of what you can get here. And in our Discord, go to cryptonairz.com and check us out. We do have merch, you guys. Hopefully, I'll be advertising. I will be, that is sponsored. I'll be wearing a Cryptonairz a sweatshirt for you guys here sometime really soon. Just waiting on my order to be filled. But yes, Cryptonairz, shop cryptonairz.com is where you have merch that has our logo on it. You can follow Allie and I at Twitter, and we will be happy to continue this conversation offline. That is my Twitter handle at Color Crypto and hers at Allison Newell. Make sure that you do follow us and we follow people back. We would love to have you as part of our family, whether it be on Twitter, in our Discord, or right here on YouTube. Make sure before you leave here, you hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. We do advocate for women in crypto and NFTs. So if you know any women that you're interested in getting interested in this, send them here. Send them to our channel. We'll be happy to inform and educate. In the meantime, in between time, I love you guys. What's up, Allie? Got any parting words?
No, just enjoy the AMA that's coming up next. It should be a good one. I know we are all pumped about it.
And thank you very much, Zen Mountain. We really appreciate you guys as much as you appreciate us. Love you, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye, guys.